The natural. Child.
Oh, have you guys identified with any of these traits yet? Which one sounds like you the most? Let's continue. Fair use.
Childhood is the golden paradise we are always consciously or unconsciously trying to recreate. The natural embodies the longed-for qualities of childhood: spontaneity, sincerity, unpretentiousness. In the presence of naturals, we feel at ease, caught up in their playful spirit, transported back to that golden age. Naturals also make a virtue out of weakness, eliciting our sympathy for their trials, making us want to protect them and help them. As with a child, much of this is natural, but some of it is exaggerated, a conscious, seductive maneuver. Adopt the pose of the natural to neutralize people's natural defensiveness and infect them with helpless delight.
So I want to give y'all an example of a natural man. You know that it's always a guy in the group, especially in high school, the funny guy. You know, the one that's got all the jokes or whatever. He cool with everybody, never take him really serious or whatever. But then one day, you know, you friends with the natural, the funny guy, and you find out that he got into a fight and he got beat up. And your first instinct is like, man, why did somebody fight that dude? Why did you hit that guy? He don't bother nobody. You know those types of guys? That's a natural. These guys don't tend to do well on the dating market with women. However, they're always around women. Y'all know that guy? Right? You be like, man, you know, I know this dude trying to sneak into something, but nah, he's just cool. And he also friends with dudes as well because he's a funny guy. He got all the jokes. So if something does happen to him, you're like, man, what the hell? Who did that to him? Or you always feel the need to protect him, even though this is a grown man, but he's a funny guy. He don't bother nobody. But like I said, he's always around women. I used to have a friend like that when I was in Korea. This dude was about 6'7", 6'8". And being that tall, I used to joke with him like, man, bro, you need to be dunking on somebody. But he didn't play basketball. He was a funny guy. And I told him, I said, man, you too funny to be the class clown. Or I said, you too tall to be the class clown. And I never understood, like, why this dude ain't using his God-given ability or his God-given gift of being tall to be dunking on fools. He just wasn't that. He was a funny dude. And I remember he was married and his wife ended up cheating on him while he was in Korea. And I felt so bad. Like, I was like, damn, man, why would she cheat on this guy? He don't mess with nobody, and I felt like that. And me, I'm, 5'8" and 3/4, but this is my friend. And I'm like, man, how the hell you gonna cheat on this dude? He don't mess with nobody. Everybody knows that guy, right? And then with the women, this is the type of girl she don't like hanging around women because women are catty. So she hangs around all guys. So she knows how to fit in. She may play video games. She may go to Comic-Con or, BlurredCon or whatever, what I'm saying? Do all that type of stuff. She likes football. She likes sports. She can hang out, and sometimes she may end up sneaking in with one of the dudes in the friends group. But for the most part, she's just around. You never see her as, in a sexy way until she may get older and then she start dressing more like a woman. And you'd be like, damn, I didn't know she had cheeks like that. But she's still the same girl that y'all was cool with. She's still funny, but they are cool enough, but not cool enough to start a relationship with. And even if you wanted to start a relationship with this woman, you don't want to mess up the friendship. So you like, nah, man, I'm gonna leave her alone. Don't mess with her, man. Nah, she cool. She good peoples. That type of girl. Hopefully I'm painting this picture because I'm pretty sure we've all come in contact with those two people, those two forms of naturals.